Alright you guys, so just doing a review for this JOMGAND 3500 portable peak jump starter. And so right over here, yeah, I know it's a really strange name, but yeah, anyways, the product itself is actually pretty solid. To be honest, the model number is JQ3500. And over on this side, it does tell you a bit of the specifications on the packaging. It is able to jumpstart 10-liter gas engines and 8.5-liter diesel engines. And yeah, once again, it does have a 3500 peak current. So this is on the higher end when it comes to the portable jump starter. A higher peak current means that there's going to be a higher chance that it's going to be able to jumpstart your weak battery or possibly dead battery. So yeah, I mean 3500 peak current is really good. And at the same time, it's going to be a bit on the higher price side. I will leave a link to the product page for this jump starter down in the description below. But yeah, anyways, what's included in the box though is quite a bit. You get a USB-C to USB-C charging cable, a USB-C to USB Type A charging cable, a car charging cable, and the jump starter clamps. You also get the manual right over here, and so the manual does give you a ton of information. I do like this type of manual because it just has everything more consolidated, I suppose you could say. The manual in this case is just really easy to read. I know it's a strange thing to point out, but that's just my opinion right there. And the jump starter itself. All right, so when it comes to the form factor of this jump starter, it's definitely on the larger side. It does have a 8 by 4 by 1.5 inch form factor, and it weighs about 2.3 pounds. So I mean, you're probably going to be keeping this in your car, just storing it in your car in case you need it, in case your battery needs a jump start. In terms of portability, I mean, it's not exactly large or heavy. You're still going to be able to hold it in your hand if you want to. And so just taking a look at the jump starter when it comes to the actual functional parts. And so over at the top is where you get the flashlight button, and you can just hold down the flashlight button just like that to turn it on. It turns on the constant on mode right there. Press it one more time. It turns on the red flashing mode, and this is the red SOS mode. And so yeah, the flashlight itself, it's pretty bright. It's really bright. I think it's like 300 lumens. And over on this side, it does give you the battery capacity remaining. It also tells you the voltage of the battery that you're trying to jumpstart. So once you connect the jumpstarting clamps to the jump starter, it's able to tell you the voltage of the battery that you're trying to jumpstart. And this is the power button that you would press when it comes time to jumpstart your battery. And over on this side, right over here, is where the charging ports are located. You get the USB Type A quick charge port that's able to output 18 watts. This is the DC input port that you can use with the car charging cable. And so I think the DC input speed is 60 watts. So that's good. And so this is the USB-C power delivery port. This is a pretty big highlight for this jump starter because it's able to input and output 100 watts of power delivery. More jump starters are starting to use this type of charging power from a USB-C port, which is pretty strange, but at the same time, it's awesome because you can potentially use this jump starter as a daily driver type of power bank in a way, because you can use it to charge most USB-C chargeable laptops, tablets, and phones. And also with a 100 watt power delivery wall charger, you can recharge this jump starter at 100 watts, which can get it back to full power really quickly. And so yeah, I'm going to be testing out the charging ports in this review in just a second. And over on this side, it does have the jump starting port right over here that you would just plug in the jump starting clamps into. And yeah, that's really about it when it comes to the functional parts of the jump starter. Over on this side, it does give you the specifications, a few warnings and cautions, and the specs and the specifications right there. And that's really about it. It's a really simple one. It comes with everything that you would need to use it, except for a wall charger. And so yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and start testing out the charging ports right over here to see how they perform. I'm going to test out the output charging first, and then I'm going to test out the input charging to see if this is actually able to be charged at 100 watts. And so yeah, I will be right back. All right, guys, so just testing out the charging ports on the jump starter. And so right over here, I have my Lenovo laptop charging from the USB-C port, and it's charging at about 30 watts, which is its max charging speed. And right over here, I have my Galaxy Note 9 that I'm going to charge from the USB Type A quick charge port. And it is able to fast charge my Note 9 while simultaneously charging my Lenovo laptop. I was trying to recharge my Excitris power bank that has a 100 watt power delivery recharging speed. But what ended up happening is that the Excitris power bank just kept trying to recharge the jump starter. so I couldn't get anywhere with that. But in this case, it looks like the charging ports are performing how they're supposed to. And let me go ahead and just test out the recharging for the jump starter as well. I'm going to be testing out the DC input port and the USB-C input speed as well. And yeah, I will be right back. Alright, you guys, so just testing out the recharging for the jump starter. Right over here, I do have my River 2 power station that's going to be able to tell us the total wattage output that's going on while I'm recharging the jump starter. And also, I do have my USB-C watt meter right over here. And we'll be taking a look at that as well. This Ugreen charger that I'm using does have a 100 watt USB-C power delivery port, so this should recharge the jump starter at 100 watts. I'm just going to plug that into the USB-C port right over here, and we'll see what happens. And looks like we reached 100 watts right there. The screen for the River 2 power station is reading 93 watts. This USB-C watt meter is reading about 88 watts. And so yeah, I'd say that's close enough to the full 100 watts of recharging power for the USB-C port. That's what you're going to want. In this case, if you want to recharge it at max speed, I would recommend using a 100 watt power delivery wall charger in case the unit is low on power. And so what I'm going to do now is test out the DC input port with the included car charging cable. This one right over here. Let me see how this performs as well. Turn on the DC output on the River 2 power station, and just got to input that right there. I don't think dual charging is available. I don't think that's possible. Actually, let me check that out real quick. Let me see what happens. No, dual charging is not available with the jump starter. That would have been pretty incredible, but also pretty unrealistic. And so yeah, there we go. I did plug in the car charging cable right there, and that's what took priority. And the car recharging is 60 watts, so a bit slower than the USB-C charging, but still 60 watts of recharging power is still higher than some other jump starters that only have a 15 watt USB-C recharging speed. And so yeah, if you want to drive and recharge this jump starter, you can. It's included in the box, this car charging cable. And so yeah, recharging for the unit is really good. And so I'm just going to head on outside to show you guys how you would use the jump starting capabilities of the unit. Alright, you guys, so just outside with the jump starter, I'm just going to show you how to use it. My car battery is not dead, but I'm just going to show how you would use the jump starter if your battery was dead. So you do have to press the power button for the unit. Just have to make sure that it's on and the screen is on, and then you can just connect the jumper cables to your battery. So positive to positive right over here, and negative to negative right over here. All right, and so once you have the clamps connected, it's going to show the voltage of the battery on the screen. Right now it's reading 15.2 volts. Usually reads 12.8 volts. But yeah, now you're ready to start your car, and let me just go ahead and show that right now. And yeah, there we go. That's how you would use it. And then you can just unplug the clamps, and you're ready to go. Alright, you guys, so that is my review for the JOMGAND JQ3500 portable jump starter. And so if you want a jump starter that's really powerful, you know, it features 100 watts of power delivery input and output and a 3500 peak jump starting current. This is a pretty good option in case you don't want to spend top dollar, such as with a Noco Boost portable jump starter, because I know that is a big brand over on Amazon and their prices are crazy high for what they offer. This is a pretty good alternative. The price that I saw over on Amazon at the time of making this review was pretty low. I will have a link to the product page for this jump starter down in the description below. I will also have a link to the review article that I've written over at chargerharbor.com. You can find both those links down in the description. And so yeah, I will see you all on the next video. All right, goodbye.